friends, hello, hi. Today I wanted to have a super quick chat about the number one fitness rule slash fat loss rule slash muscle building rule slash any aesthetic goal that you have. This is the number one rule for achieving that. January is a time when a lot of people launch into their health and fitness journeys or relaunch into their health and fitness journeys, and oftentimes people come at it from a place without a solid foundation, and this is what tends to get in the way of long-term success for most people. And putting this rule in place from the get-go is hands down the best way to ensure that the progress that you make is going to be progress that you can keep. It also will make your progress much more efficient, much more sustainable, and just much more enjoyable to go down that path. So this rule, whether you're looking to look good, lose fat, build muscle, get toned, perform better, get stronger, get faster, live longer, the number one rule is that you must prioritize your health. And it sounds kind of obvious when you say it out loud, but most people overlook this. They don't look at their plan of action for their goals and say, is this going to optimize my health? What am I going to do if my health is reacting poorly to this? How can I shift this plan to make it better for my health? People generally just build their plan based on how fast it's going to get them to their end goal and disregard what it's going to do to their health. And I think it's really important here to talk about how we define health. Now, there are a lot of different ways to define health, but I'm going to give you my definition for how I feel like health should be defined in this circumstance when it comes to these goals and objectives. In this case, health is not the absence of illness. Health is how you feel. If you're healthy, you should have good energy. You should have good sleep. You should have good cognitive function, so no brain fog. You should feel strong. You should have balanced hormones, so no PMS symptoms or hormonal acne or anything like that. You should have good mental health as well, because physical and mental health are just so tightly intertwined. Basically, health should feel good. It shouldn't just feel okay. Western medicine has a very interesting way of defining health, which is basically based on lab markers. But lab markers are absolutely not the defining factor of health. Ask anyone who's had symptoms and just felt off or felt like something was wrong with their body or knew something was wrong with their body and went to the doctor, and the doctor ran their labs and the doctor was like, well, all your labs are fine, so you're fine. You must be making it up. Basically, health is not whether or not your labs are perfect. It's not whether or not you have a diagnosable disease. It's whether or not you feel good. So before I get into why you absolutely need to prioritize your health when you have any sort of aesthetic fitness performance goal, just want to give a big shout out to MINDPUMP for inspiring this video. I listened to their podcast episode basically about this, and I wanted to share it with you guys, but give my own Marissa spin on it. So if you've listened to that episode already, this is just going to be my take on kind of the same topic. And if you want more in-depth thoughts on this topic, I will leave a link to that episode down in the description box below. Also, just generally recommend listening to MINDPUMP. If you want to really learn about health and fitness and nutrition and all of the stuff that will help you get to where you want to be, their podcast is gold. Their podcast is where I got the baseline of my health and fitness education, and it's just invaluable. And no, this video is not sponsored by MINDPUMP. I just wanted to give them a shout out because I'm basically copying their podcast idea. But I do have a discount code for their programs. If any of you want to get their programs, it's FitAndNerdy for 10% off. But anyway, let's talk about why health is so critical for any of your goals. The basic answer is that the healthier you are, the easier it's going to be to reach any of your goals. And the less healthy you are, the harder it's going to be to maintain the progress that you've made toward those goals. A healthy body handles all different kinds of stress better. And the better your body can handle stress, the easier it is to lose fat, the easier it is to recover from workouts to build muscle, the stronger your body is going to be able to get, etc. But if you're less healthy and your body is having a tough time dealing with stress, it is going to cling to fat. It is going to make recovering from workouts really difficult, which means if you're trying to build muscle, it's gonna be a lot harder. I think a lot of people might be able to look back at previous attempts at reaching goals and realize where stress might have gotten in the way. Because honestly, that's oftentimes what derails you from the path that you're on, is, you're chugging along, doing your thing, you're on your path to get to your goal, and then something happens and it usually causes some amount of stress, and that is what causes you to fall off the wagon. Also, the healthier you are, the more energy you're going to have. And this translates to better performance in the gym and just generally being stronger. And better performance in the gym translates to more calories burned with equal amounts of perceived effort. So let's say your health is at a 5 out of 10. Like, you're not doing great, you probably have some health issues, but you're on this fat loss journey. And you go to the gym and you give like an 8 out of 10 effort. That 8 out of 10 effort is only going to give you a fraction of the results that you would get if your health were a 10 out of 10 and you gave an 8 out of 10 effort. Because when your health is at a 5 out of 10, you're only capable of this much. But when your health is at a 10 out of 10, you're capable of this much. So the same perceived amount of effort that you're putting in translates to more actual progress. And this obviously equally translates to building muscle or getting stronger, getting faster, etc. It's the same principle. If you can put in more effort, you're gonna see more results. Quick caveat to that before people misinterpret that. That doesn't always mean that you should always try to physically do more than you're currently doing, because more than you're currently doing with your current state doesn't always mean more results, right? If your health is at a 5 out of 10 and you're giving an 8 out of 10 in the gym and you just try to like double or triple your workout intensity, your workout volume, that's not necessarily going to be advantageous for your health. You can work too hard and slow progress that way as well. It's more of a bell curve where less effort is less results, and then optimal effort equals optimal results, and then too much effort equals less results. What I mean by that is that if you get healthier and thus can safely and healthfully implement more effort, you're gonna be able to get better results. Another thing that a lot of people don't really think about or take into account when they start marching towards their goals is that the state of your health is reflected externally. The healthier you are, the clearer your skin is going to be, the more your skin is going to glow, the stronger and shinier your hair is going to be, the stronger your nails are going to be. When you feel healthier or generally just like feel good, you also tend to carry yourself with a more strong, confident posture that's going to come across as more attractive. Like, there's so many ways that just focusing on optimizing your health is going to also optimize how you look, regardless of losing fat or building muscle, etc. On the flip side, if you pursue your goals in an unhealthy way, and this takes a toll on your health, that's also going to reflect itself in how you look. Pursuing aesthetic goals in an unhealthy way can put a lot of stress on the body. It can cause hormone imbalances. It can have negative effects on your thyroid. It can slow down your metabolism, which is going to make you more likely to gain fat in the future. It can have drastic negative effects on your mental health, which in turn is also going to impact your physical health. Being in an extreme deficit can also lead to nutrient deficiencies, which is going to negatively impact your skin. It's not going to be as glowy. It's not going to be as smooth. It can cause hair loss. It's going to cause your nails to be brittle, also your bones to be weak and brittle. It can cause poor immune function, which could end up causing you to get sick a lot more and thus lose all the progress that you made. Basically, trying to lose fat or build muscle in an unhealthy way is ultimately going to lead to gaining fat and losing muscle and giving you health issues on top of it. Not fun. Like, best case scenario, you end up back at square one. Worst case scenario, you now have more fat, less muscle, a thyroid issue, a slow metabolism, and a really unhealthy relationship with food. I feel like I'm a little bit aggressively diving into like fear-mongering territory at this point because that's just a lot, but at the same time, I've seen this happen. Like, those are usually the clients that come to me, as people who have been going back and forth trying to lose fat, build muscle, but not doing it in a healthy way, and they've dug themselves into this hole where they're not making any progress. They're either at where they started or are worse, as in farther from their goals, and they've developed health issues in the process. Like, I see it all the time, and it breaks my heart. But here's the thing. If your mantra throughout your process to get to where you want to be is, I am always going to put my health first, this will prevent you from making those decisions that would otherwise cause you to approach fat loss or building muscle in an unhealthy way. If you're truly putting your health first, you're never going to crash diet. You're never going to try to lose fat faster than is healthy. You're going to tell yourself that it's okay, that if life happens and you need to take a break from your journey, that you can step aside and do that, because if you were to try to do everything all at once, it would be way too stressful, or it would cause you to like develop a bad relationship with food or whatever it might be. Like, if you prioritize your health, you're much more comfortable taking that step away from your aesthetic goals when you need to put your priorities somewhere else for a little bit. If you're prioritizing your health, you're also probably not gonna like double your exercise or try to work out 14 hours a week. And this also makes the results that you get so much more sustainable, because once you get to your goal, you're healthy. You aren't gonna have to take a step back and fix all the damage that you did because you didn't do any damage. You won't feel like you have to fight against your body because you've been loving your body the whole time. You'll also be less likely to injure yourself, and we all know injuries are super fun. They make you take weeks or months off of training, which is definitely not gonna help you get to your goal, but you're gonna be a lot more likely to injure yourself if you're overtraining or under-eating. So how do you prioritize your health on this journey? What does it look like? The number one thing for prioritizing your health on your journey is fixing your health first. So if you have any health issues, working specifically on resolving those before diving into the actual like calorie deficit or calorie surplus that you're gonna put yourself into to hit your aesthetic goals. Here's the thing, like I said, the healthier you are, the better you're going to look naturally regardless of whether you lose fat or build muscle. So prioritizing working on your health first does not mean that you're not working on fat loss or building muscle. You're just taking the first step before you take that second step. So in fixing your health, you might get better skin, your hair might get better, etc., but also the healthier you are, like I said, the easier it's going to be to lose fat or build muscle. And so you may naturally lose fat in the process of fixing your health without actively putting yourself in a calorie deficit. There's a lot of things that a lot of people can work on to optimize their health that are also naturally going to contribute to fat loss. For example, if you have health issues but your diet in itself is not super healthy, just adding vegetables, adding more protein to your diet might make you naturally lose weight without having to count calories, without having to restrict. But on the flip side, if you start with an unhealthy diet and an unhealthy body and just immediately go to restricting calories, you're now taking away what little nutrition was in your diet in the first place and reducing that. And so you're going to dig yourself deeper into the health hole while probably not actually making long-term sustainable progress towards fat loss. So an example of a really good place to implement this would be if you've lost your period for whatever reason, focus on getting your period back first. Get it back, balance your hormones, get to a healthy, stable place. Then chill there for a few months. Don't get like one period and be like, okay, time to cut. No. Give your body time to settle in and get comfortable and feel healthy, and then you can go into a calorie deficit. And a lot of people resist this crucial step because they want results and they want them now. And you know, if you want results and want them now and don't care if you lose your results, by all means, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. But when you look at the bigger picture, when you look at the rest of your life, let's just say you're gonna live another 80 years. 2 years out of those 80 years is 2.5% of your life. So you can take 2.5% of your life and focus on your health and then your aesthetic goals. Or you can take 0.025% of your life to try to lose the fat as quickly as possible, build the muscle as quickly as possible, and then keep yo-yoing forever for 100% of the rest of your life. But that doesn't sound like fun. What I'm trying to say is taking 1 year out of the next 80 years to focus on your health and let go of your aesthetic goals and let go of feeling the need to achieve them as quickly as possible, 1 year is nothing. So as far as diet and lifestyle changes to make to heal specific issues, I'm gonna leave that to you and your doctor or practitioner to figure out the nitty-gritty of that, because that's a whole other thing. I'd be here for 50 years. But like once you're at a stable, healthy place and it comes time to pursue your aesthetic goals, maintaining your health as a priority through that journey looks like the following. For nutrition, it means prioritizing adding in nutrient-dense foods, vegetables, protein, healthy fats, omega-3s, making sure you're getting enough water intake. It also means changing your calories as little as possible to still see progress. As I told you guys in my video about how I lost the last 12 pounds, I was in like a 9% deficit, I think. It was less than a 15% deficit. You don't need to start out by going, okay, what's the fastest I can lose weight? How many calories can I cut to lose weight as fast as possible? Can I cut 500? Can I cut 1,000? That is a way to dig yourself into a metabolic hole that you're gonna have to recover from and probably negatively affect your health in the process. For exercise, this means finding the sweet spot with training. Like I said, it is a bell curve. Training more does not mean more or faster progress. When I was going through my fat loss journey, I saw the most progress when I scaled back from 5 hours a week to 3.5 hours a week. My body responded so much better to that. And it didn't feel like 5 hours a week was too much. Like, I felt good doing that, but I scaled back and I was like, wow. My body was like, wow. And then my fat loss was like, wow. And it all went so much better. So I was clearly like a little bit over that bell curve towards diminishing returns on how much effort I was putting into my training. And I see this all the time from people in my DMs and YouTube comments and stuff, and they're like, Marissa, like, I'm training 7 days a week. Like, I'm lifting 5 days a week and doing cardio every day of the week. And I'm also doing yoga 3 times a week. Like, I'm training so much. I'm working so hard. Why am I not seeing results? And usually my answer is like, cut your training down by 75%. And I can almost guarantee your body's going to respond better. Prioritizing your health through your fitness journey also involves listening to your intuition. Stop ignoring what your body is telling you. Negative health symptoms are red flags. They are your body saying, hey, hello, like, something is wrong. Can we please fix this? So this is things like fatigue or decreased performance in the gym, brain fog, PMS, any other hormonal issues, inflammation, poor sleep, bloating, other digestive issues, brittle hair, brittle nails, always getting sick. Like, any little thing that is troubling you is your body trying to tell you that something is off. So prioritizing your health means not ignoring these red flags in an effort to get to your goal faster, and instead thinking about it, trying to figure out the root cause and addressing that and prioritizing that. Prioritizing your health also means getting 8 hours of sleep a night, so don't sacrifice sleep in order to get in a workout. It also means having a consistent schedule. It means managing your stress and reducing chronic stress, adding in things like meditation, journaling, breath work if you feel that your body is not quite coping with whatever stress is being put on you at the moment. It also means developing healthy stress coping mechanisms. What prioritizing your health means on your journey is always approaching everything from the frame of mind of, how is this going to impact my health? And always asking yourself, is this decision going to be good for my health, or is this going to take away from my health? And knowing that you can evaluate that moment to moment, because sometimes going to the gym and getting in a workout is going to be good for your health. Sometimes you're really stressed, you haven't gotten enough sleep, and so going to the gym and trying to do an intense workout might have a negative effect on your health. So always just being aware of those decisions and how they're impacting your health is going to set you up for long-term success, keeping off the weight, keeping the muscle on, getting lean, getting faster, getting stronger, whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish. If you can have your health optimized along the way, it is going to make everything so much easier. I thought this video was gonna be like 7 minutes long, but here I am rambling away as I do. But I feel like this is just a really important topic, so I'm glad we're having this discussion. If you guys have any questions, comments about what I said, please leave them down in the comments below. We can continue this discussion. If you really want to get into this discussion, do join my Facebook group. There's a couple thousand amazing people in there that all just, I love everyone in that group. It's such a good group. The Fit and Nerdy fam on Facebook. Join us. Continue the discussion there. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!